was gonna tell you, just the east side of this main business block, there's only one building over there that hasn't changed.
What's that?
All Muller's Barber Shop.
Yeah.
All the rest of them are different.
It's up on that quilt too.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's the only building that hasn't changed on the east side. When my mother worked there, she started working there in 1939 for Elmer Ray's produce store. He bought cream and eggs, and she canned the eggs there for $1 a day. I remember that.
So Don, you said, you could tell us like what building used to be where the current buildings are, so.
I probably could. Next to Paul Muller's was a building that Brett Ringers had a restaurant in, had steps going up in it. And then next to that was a restaurant that Bachelor's had. Next to that was Fisher's IGA. And next to that was China Hardware, which Glenn Norton and Bill Hepner bought. And then next to that was the bank, and the bank was only 25 feet wide at that time.
Oh my, it was tiny.
Next to that was a couple of shops. Hoover had a barber shop there.
Yeah, that's where we got a haircut when I was a kid, Hoover's.
Yeah.
Old Jess Hoover.
And yes, Hoover, yeah. And then the post office was there.
Yeah.
In one of those little buildings. And then there used to be a tall wood structure here that was a bakery. I barely remember that. But Dick Jones used to tell me that his folks had a meat market there too. It was gone long before I remember. But then there on the corner was where he was talking about. That's where I was talking about Hugh Allen had a place, and then Ken Bannon started that after the war.
That's right.
Yeah. So there, really, the only thing over there that hasn't changed is of course, Bruce Cole bought that two buildings down there that made his office bigger. The bank bought Fisher's lot and the hardware store's lot and made a parking lot out of it. And then we bought the lot on the north side of the bank and widened the bank to 50 feet. So that's a change on the east side.
And then how far up, cause you said your dad worked at the building, I assume where it was Kansas State now, right?
Right.
There was a garage there.
That was the International Harvester dealership.
Was that the last building on Main Street?
That was the last building, but prior to being the International Harvester, it was Ford dealership, Miller Ford. Yeah, big Ford thing. Yeah, I remember when it was Ford.
It was a real big building and really nice for the
Yeah.
times.
Yeah,
It
it really was, a lot of concrete.
Yep. And then Ken Bannon had the Alice Chandler dealer after, Al. And then we had Massey Ferguson dealer down where the Kaufman brothers are down where Napa is.
Oh,
And the only other building going north was right down the highway was Standard Oil filling station that Earl Lacey ran the last I remember.
Well, the funeral home was up here too.
yeah, on the
Yeah.
west side.
Block north of the
Yeah.
fire
On
station.
the east side.
On the east side.
On the west side, which that group, or Andy Gruber. And then Charlie Van Osten was across the street there, where they're gonna make this big investment on the
Yeah.
corner there.
An ice cream shop, I think, is
I
what.
can't see what happened,
There was about a service station on every corner.
Yeah, I think Your brother was saying, or maybe you and your brother were saying the other day, there was like 4 gas stations at one
Oh, yeah.
time here in Overbrook.
Yep.
There's 7.
7 at one time?
There was a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot more for.
Albert
Just go in there and get one on.
Daughter had one up there for
Albert daughter, but,
There was a Baker funeral home.
Yep, on the other
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Yeah, I was telling somebody that, so, Carrie Reckless' mom, she still lives there, but we would go stay the night at Carrie's house, and I never went in the basement. I don't recall that we were ever allowed to go in the basement, but, yeah, I'm sure that's where all of the embalming and stuff happened.
he had a.
Well, some of it, and the store down here.
So.
Yeah, they had-
Caskets and
Where
furniture.
Stole furniture, matter of fact, we.
Where the Copper Moose is, was their furniture store, and they kept
Right, that's-
it in the back.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
have a question for Don and Charles. Did you used to play basketball in the Heberlin Hall?
Oh, that's what it was.
And did you used to play basketball in the basement of
We
the,
practiced down
practice down in the basement of the old high school?
oh, where like, when I was in school, the 6th grade classrooms were, that was a basketball court?
there. Yeah.
They raised it, they were raised.
The ceiling wasn't very high.
Don, where was, Salisbury's?
It was,
In the parking lot
Salisbury's was right next to the bank.
Okay.
Uh,
Where Glen Martin was there.
they didn't have the hard.
So, a beer tavern? A tavern? So Don, what was on this side of the street going down? You have Kansas State Bank, right?
That's the first thing that it hasn't changed on the west side until you get down to, of course, Toppings has changed, but part of it's still there. And then the next door where the bakery is, that was a tavern. Ox Place. You remember Ox? Oscar Vincent? Ox Place, and then there was others after that, but then that next building where the laundromat is, that was there. When Cal Kaufman got moved out of the building, so Lucille could make a drugstore wider, Cal moved down there. And then that